Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match in the history of Clash Royale. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today, finally, Pro v Pro is back in its proper form. Here on the channel, we have Surgical Goblin facing POMPEYO. Now, POMPEYO is the pro to beat. He's rocking a 3-win streak right now. If he wins today, it could be 4, but he has possibly one of the best players in the entire world in Surgical Goblin to go against. It's going to be very difficult for him. Before we get started in the action, guys, make sure you go ahead and comment right now. Who do you want to win and who do you think is going to win? Sometimes it's not the same answer. Anyway, we'll go ahead and see. Remember, guys, the rules. Best of 5, no bans, nothing crazy. It's just use whatever decks you want. You can repeat your decks if you want to. It's just no holds barred, right? So use whatever you want, no special rules. Best of 5, winner stays on, and then the loser kind of goes home. No offense. But anyway, after this contest, guys, feel free to hit me up on Twitter with the pro that you'd like to see play the winner of this match, this contest. That way we can kind of, whoever gets the most requests maybe, we'll go ahead and bring them on to face either Surgical Goblin or POMPEYO. So POMPEYO from Mexico, really, really good player. He was one of the first pros ever on the channel. Certainly made a name for himself in the Bren Chong 15Ks. Bren Pro, hashtag Bren Pro. Actually get to meet Bren Chong. By the way, at the end of this video, guys, before we get into the play-by-play, I will go ahead and share a bunch of pictures from the Crown Championship World Finals, which I had the pleasure of hosting alongside BBXH. I hope you guys tuned in and watched it. I know it was very early for my American viewers, but hopefully my Asian viewers and European viewers were able to watch it live, and my American, North American, South American viewers were able to watch it on demand afterwards. It was a great contest. Congratulations to Sergio Ramos for taking it. Another Mexican pro. Mexico very strong. Anyway, enough blabbing. Enjoy those pictures later. Let's get to the action here. You can see Surgical Goblin is rocking the Golem Tornado Rocket deck. POMPEYO has a P.E.K.K.A. control, maybe a minor P.E.K.K.A. control, but he has the pump, so it might be 3 Musketeers. It might be the 3 Musketeer P.E.K.K.A. deck. We'll have to see. Either way, he does have the P.E.K.K.A., but we've learned this now, watching all these competitive matches, that just having a P.E.K.K.A. is not enough to stop a really good Golem player, a really good beatdown player. It's a counter, but it's not necessarily a hard counter, because once that Golem reaches the tower, as you saw on the previous push there, it's gonna get like 600, 700, 800 damage as long as he reaches the tower to do death damage. And look at this, Surgical Goblin able to cycle to another Golem, trying to catch POMPEYO with the P.E.K.K.A. out of rotation. He should have enough elixir for it. Does he have it? Yes, he does. So there's the P.E.K.K.A. in the right lane, but check out the left lane, guys. It's down to 627. Is the Mega Minion going to get a hit? It is. Left tower down to rocket range. Meanwhile, POMPEYO has barely even touched Surgical Goblin's towers at all here. Not looking good for POMPEYO here. And Surgical Goblin, doing what Surgical Goblin does, comes away with the really strong victory. And there we go. We see it is indeed a 3 Musketeer deck being played by POMPEYO. Look at that, guys. Only about 50 damage, not even, off Surgical Goblin's towers total. That's it. So that was a dominant win there for Surgical Goblin. You know what? We're not even going to type to these guys. Let's just let them go. I will go ahead and cut the video and edit if they take, we'll say, yeah, let's just go. Let's just hop into it here. I will edit out only if they take a long time to get their decks ready. Here we go into match 2. Remember, best of 5, that means first pro to 3 wins. And we are in match 2 right now. Surgical Goblin up 1-0 over POMPEYO 4. POMPEYO starts with a Miner and an Ice Spirit Spirit in the back there. We're seeing a lot of the Ice Spirit starting in the back, and then you combo it with something else. Even Goblins at the bridge. It's a good way to get some sneaky chip damage. Well, even more than chip damage, a lot of damage. But you can see there Surgical Goblin playing an Ice Wizard Hog Rider deck. Ice Wizard, my favorite card in the game, let alone my favorite legendary card in the game. But you can see the P.E.K.K.A is going to be an issue here for Surgical Goblin. And the E-Wiz. P.E.K.K.A and E-Wiz definitely two good counters to a Hog Rider here. But Surgical doesn't have a typical Hog deck. He's playing Cannon Cart Tornado as well. So it will be an interesting matchup. I think that maybe just the decks, POMPEYO has a slight edge. But Surgical Goblin, you know, you can never discount him no matter what deck he's playing. So here we go. It's a Mega Minion in the back for Surgical Goblin. Meanwhile, POMPEYO recouping a little bit of Elixir. Pretty much tied right now in terms of damage after this log and in terms of Elixir. So we're just going to this cycle here at this point. Surgical Goblin reloading with an Ice Wizard in the back. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting here. This is a good matchup here for POMPEYO, as we just discussed, but it's definitely not a lock. So here comes a minor poison. Good poison value there, getting the tower. Ooh, good Ice Golem there, preventing that bandit from getting the dash attack onto the right tower. And here's a cannon cart just barely surviving POMPEYO. What is his last card? Is that okay, I was going to say, is it a log, a zap, or is it a card? It's a log, so he prevented any damage from that cannon cart. That could have been trouble there in the right lane. Meanwhile, Surgical Goblin's going to just let these minions go ahead in the left lane. Knows it's probably going to be a 1-0 tower victory at the end of the day here. Start cycling again. A Mega Minion in the back is Surgical Goblin. Meanwhile, POMPEYO responds with an E-Wiz in the back. So Ice Wiz versus E-Wiz here, coming up in the right lane. Surgical Goblin basically just using a poison here, hoping to get that bandit down a little bit, as well as the E-Wiz. Meanwhile, he plays that Ice Golem there to block the bandit, while the Ice Wizard doesn't work against the miner, but he's going to go ahead and activate that King Tower. That was a good activation there by Surgical Goblin. Now he's going ahead and split lane pushing with the Hog Rider in the left, now that he saw that POMPEYO used the P.E.K.K.A in the right. Meanwhile, he gets, what, 2-3 hits on the left tower with that Hog Rider. P.E.K.K.A is going to be an issue here, kind of blocking up the right lane. It's really anybody's game here still at this moment here. POMPEYO needs to get some minor poison cycles going on that right tower now that we're well into double elixir time. Good defense here by Surgical Goblin, able to stop that P.E.K.K.A, playing the cannon cart well out of what was the poison range. However, a lot of chip damage, probably 300-400 damage off that right tower there for POMPEYO. So POMPEYO definitely not rolling over here against probably, again, one of the best players in the game, Surgical Goblin. By the way, guys, both of these guys are YouTubers. I'll include their channels in the description below. You should subscribe to both of these players, even though that POMPEYO speaks Spanish. He still has great gameplay, and I think he'll be picking up his YouTube channel again now that CCGS is over. Meanwhile, big monster push here from POMPEYO. He places that Ice Golem just the perfect area there to prevent that bandit dash. However, the bandit dash does stay alive, and she does hit that tower. Bandit dash doing a lot of damage to that right tower, and we're down to 386. Meanwhile, look at that Hog Rider, guys. Hog Rider 2, 3 swings on that right tower. This is anybody's game here, guys. Mega Minion gonna go ahead and oh no, bandit with like 1 HP left. Good block by that Ice Golem, but look at this, the 2 minions reach the tower, and even with the activated King Tower, it's not gonna be enough here. The poison will tick down that tower. Good Ice Spirit at the very end by POMPEYO. POMPEYO picks up the second victory. Now it's 1-1. I like this. I like close matches. I don't want to sweep, you know? A sweep means a lot of extra filler at the end, and I don't want to fill too long. All right, so we're going to go into match number 3 here. Again, guys, first player to 3 wins. So now we're 1-1, so first player to get 2 wins at this point wins. POMPEYO on the top, again, Surgical Goblin on the bottom. Let's see what kind of decks they pull out here. Interesting that Surgical started with a big, heavy beatdown deck, had a lot of success with it. POMPEYO has played P.E.K.K.A in both of his decks, I believe. Yes, both of his decks P.E.K.K.A, and Surgical is going to start with a Battle Ram there. Battle Ram will not reach the left tower there, but he will get a decent amount of damage off those Barbarians, over 600 damage off that left tower. 3 Musketeer deck by Surgical Goblin, starting out with the Battle Ram, so it's the Battle Ram variation of the 3 Musketeer deck. So good defense there by POMPEYO. He's going to use an Ice Spirit against that right Musketeer from the 3 Musketeers. You know what? It's funny. I was talking to Rumham at the World Finals, and he said, you know what? I was watching back the Helsinki tournament, and one of the biggest things that kind of struck me is a lot of people played 3 Musketeers. A lot of players in the Helsinki tournament played 3 Musketeers. Meanwhile, Graveyard in the left lane there for POMPEYO. Surgical forced to use a miner defensively. But Rumham was saying, everybody was playing Three Musketeers, but everybody was playing them in one lane. Like, splitting wasn't a concept yet. And it's incredible to me. It's just, I'm reminiscing here in the middle of a Pro v Pro, so I'll shut up in a second. But it's so weird to me that everybody it didn't strike anybody to split Three Musketeers until Darth Jar Jar first did it a little bit later, I think in a Super Magical Cup or something like that. But either way, oh, look at this. A risky pump for Surgical Goblin. He's able to cycle back to Goblins, but then the zap kills them. He's going to lose that left tower. Wow, Surge. He did get the pump down, but it was very risky. He lost his left tower. He does have a big advantage here, though, so he's going to need a really big push. Probably leaks one elixir there. Here comes two Musketeers in the left, one in the right. Good split there. A defensive, preemptive Tesla, so the Tesla, the last card in this graveyard deck for POMPEYO, and here it comes. A big push on the left. The Battle Ram does not reach the tower thanks to that Ice Spirit, but he's going to get a lot of damage on that left tower. However, he does need to take it down. Surgical Goblin with this Three Musketeer deck, very, very strong. His last card, by the way, is Minion Horde, if he's playing the popular variation. He's giving the poison bait here on the right. POMPEYO does not take it. Could have taken down that pump as well as or getting the two Musketeers down really, really low. Surge opts to go heavy in the right. Now POMPEYO uses the poison. Here comes the Knight to kind of intercept that Battle Ram. A Miner also coming in for Surge. Here comes the Minion Horde, but good defense. Wow, POMPEYO really bringing his A-game here defensively, guys, and now he's going to send in Surge, that is, Battle Ram in the left lane, desperate here to take down that tower, sending in the Miner, but it's not going to be enough, guys. No big spell in the deck. Of course, Minion Horde was his last card, and 271 damage between the comeback there, or at least going into overtime for Surgical Goblin. So POMPEYO now is up 2-1 against Surgical Goblin. Wow. I didn't expect this. POMPEYO's beat a lot of players here on Pro v Pro. I should have probably looked before I pressed record at who he actually beat, but I forgot. It's been a while. I know a lot of you guys have been reminding me in the comments that I haven't uploaded a Pro v Pro in quite a while. Honestly, POMPEYO was just so busy, and I was so busy traveling that we just couldn't connect paths. I promise it will not be this long for the next match. So if POMPEYO wins this match, he is still the pro to beat, defeating Surgical Goblin in what I might call an upset. Surgical Goblin just, POMPEYO has been around since beta days, right? POMPEYO, a ladder god. Oh, Mega Knight on the Hog Rider. Ooh, a good counter there for POMPEYO, and avoids all hog damage. Here comes a big push here for POMPEYO. It's minions against bats. Minions take out the bats. Then he has the zap for the Inferno Dragon. Oh no! Mega Knight reaches the tower. This is going to be trouble for Surgical Goblin right out the gate here. Uses the Mega Knight to counter the hog. The Mega Knight, he says good game, but it's really not good game yet. It's not good game. Surgical Goblin may be playing mind games as he's apt to do. So it's the Hog Mega Knight deck, Inferno Dragon, but let's relive that sequence there. A Mega Knight counters the Hog, avoids all Hog damage. And then he has the minions ready for the bats, and then he has the zap ready for the Inferno Dragon that caused the Mega Knight to get to the left tower. And guys, look at that, Surgical right like that, right back in this, and then he defends those minions with one elixir with the Ice Spirit. So really good defensive sequence, really put Surgical Goblin right back in this match, even though he gave the early GG. So POMPEYO here at the top, gonna play his first card here. It's going to be, or play a card first. It's going to be an Inferno Dragon. You can see why I was hosting the event and not casting it, guys. So here's the Inferno Dragon versus Inferno Dragon. Inferno Dragon versus Inferno Dragon Crime at the top. Good bats by Surgical Goblin trying to distract POMPEYO's Inferno Dragon. But look at that. POMPEYO, look at the shadow of the Inferno Dragon, not actually where he is to know if he's in tower range. This is going to be a nice push here. A good Ice Golem with Zap combo to take out the Goblins. However, the minions clean up. But just like that, guys, it is anybody's game here. Another good Ice Spirit to stop those minions. 249 tower HP left on the left tower for Surgical, 342 on POMPEYO's left tower. POMPEYO goes opposite lane. Here comes the, very good Ice Golem. Did I say very? It's a very good Ice Golem there for POMPEYO. It's going to prevent damage from that Inferno Dragon. Surgical goes left lane with that Hog. He's going to take that tower down, but this is going to be trouble for Surgical here. This is going to be a monster push, and he does not have any elixir left to defend it. Look at this. Hog Rider reaches the tower. Good fireball. Oh my god. Oh, the tower is locked onto the Mega Knight still. Meanwhile, the Hog's getting tons of damage with literally like 10 hit points left because of that fireball just at the right second there for POMPEYO. Now POMPEYO goes left lane with the Hog Rider taking down that left tower out of off surge, and now POMPEYO in the huge lead. Could POMPEYO take this Pro v Pro? Here goes Surgical Goblin, Ice Spirit, Ice Golem, Hog Rider, Bats, all in the pocket there on POMPEYO's side, but good defense, and I think this last push might be enough for POMPEYO. It's Ice Golem, it's Hog Rider, and there's the zap, perfect zap timing again, and that's gonna be GG. POMPEYO 4 is your winner. Viva la Mexico, and POMPEYO still the pro to beat. Unbelievable. Let's say GG to these guys. Thank you so much for doing this. Unbelievable. Wow, that was intense. I'm still surprised there. I mean, wow. I mean, wow, look at me, I'm speechless. I thought that Surgical was gonna take it. Surgical, just such a great player, and POMPEYO showing that he can definitely contend and even beat Surgical Goblin here. Guys, a lot of love to both of these players. I love Frank, Surgical Goblin, and I love POMPEYO. So happy to have them come on my channel. It takes a lot for these guys to do this. As I say, every single Pro v Pro episode, make sure you follow them on social media, and make sure, speaking of social media, if I can speak, make sure you let me know who you want to see next. Who can beat POMPEYO? Who can beat him? No one's beat him so far, and we are, I think, 4 or 5 in a row now wins for POMPEYO. I'll link the other Pro v Pro videos with POMPEYO in the description below, but hats off to POMPEYO, and thank you so much to Surgical Goblin. Now I'll show you guys some pictures from the World Finals. I hope you guys enjoy these pictures, and maybe some... I'll tell you my experience. I was going to put some late music, but I'll tell you my experience at the finals. Instead, this is just a spoiler. So, I've been a part of 17 Supercell events now. Wow. That's a lot of events, and I'm so flattered. I have to give a huge shout out to Anushka, even though she's probably not watching, because she's a Clash of Clans community manager who actually noticed me back when I probably had like 20,000 subscribers, and she extended the very first invite to my first ever Supercell event, ClashCon. Coincidentally, ClashCon was probably the second biggest event I've ever been to. Before this weekend, it was the first biggest event I've ever been to, but this final event was incredible. They had fire dancers, they had incredible, like, animated, I don't know, 1,000-foot screens, probably bigger, I don't even know, and they had the arena, which was actually mirroring the gameplay on the floor of the arena. It was insane. It was intimidating as a host to stand there in what I knew was a multi-million-dollar production. And I'm just me. I'm just little CWA sitting there, and it's really intimidating, but I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, hats off to Sergio Ramos, and awesome that I got to meet so many content creators. I won't name them all because I know I'll forget some. You know what, screw it, I'll name some. So I met I'm not going to name the players, but I got to meet some content creators. Well, whatever. Dude, I'm so stupid. I'm ruining the video in my dumb recap. I'm like so hesitant to name people, to forget people, but anyway, I saw Alvaro again. I saw all the international casters, so many of them from Trimax to everybody. There was so many people. Malakade, I got to meet Chief Pat again for the 100th time. I love you, CP. I got to meet Wonder Brad, Clash with Shane again, all great YouTubers, Nigerian Nemesis, love these guys, so many. I got to meet Heisenberg, so many smaller, medium-sized, and huge YouTubers, OJ, of course, Alvaro, I mean, there's so many amazing people, BBXH, of course, my lovely co-host, and many, many, many more. So guys, enjoy these pictures. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the Pro v Pro. Again, remember to show some love to, of course, all the, or Surgical and POMPEYO in the description below on their YouTube channels and social media. And thank you for doing this, guys. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, hashtag, again, Bren Pro. I had the opportunity to go to dinner with Bren, finally meet him after so long of working with him on the channel. So a pleasure to meet Bren Chong, guys. It's been a pleasure to deliver you all these videos for the last 3 years. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.